Welcome to Positive Living with Lolo. I am Lolo, and today I have Shay with me here. We are going to talk about his entrepreneurship journey and what he does, which is cryptocurrency.
Yep, I do with cryptocurrency, foreign exchange. If you're not familiar with like foreign exchanges, for the best example I can give you is, so for example, if you go to Japan or you go to Germany, you can't spend US dollars in Japan. They have their own money, right, called Japanese yen. So what you do with that currency exchange is always a different rate. So the Japanese yen or the British pound or the Mexican peso is never identical to what the US dollar is.
Right.
So my job is to go in there and catch the money in the middle, you know. So if I'm trading, I don't know, 1,000 US dollars, I might be able to profit, I don't know, maybe 7,000 euro or 7,000 yen or something like that. So it's very rewardable. It is a bit of a risk to it, but everything in life has risk, you know, especially a lot of stuff involving numbers. So that's what I do. I also do network marketing as well.
So I saw you do, a couple months ago, I saw you do a speech on this at somebody's house. And I didn't understand it, but like, I think in my mind, I'm like getting it for like right now. Mm-hmm. So maybe I'm wrong.
No, go ahead.
So so their money is up. So their money is whatever to our dollar, which is so like when I went to South Africa, it was like per American dollar, it was $15 their money, mm-hmm, which I don't remember what it was called. Mm-hmm.
But
so you basically cash in the American dollar, get the 15, but then when it comes back high on our end, you cash it back?
Cash it back out, yep, exactly. So I might offer that one exchange. If I wait maybe 15, 20 minutes, it might be worth $3 or $4 United States dollars. Or,
wow.
Or, you know, maybe 5 or 6, or it could be less, so I'm gonna have to wait a little bit. Like like I said, it is a risk. I have lost money inside of the foreign exchange market, but I've also made a lot of money. I just put a video on my Instagram story how I made $800 while I was playing basketball. You know, it's all the time, and you can literally hear me at the court, mm-hmm, and the money was being made right from my phone because I think it was the United States, it was UJ. UJ is United States dollar to Japanese yen. So I hit on the UJ, and I was up $800 while I was just playing basketball, you know, just learning that skill. And it's kind of easy. It literally is foreign. Literally, it's foreign. It's a foreign language. It's something different. But it took me it took me about 4 months to actually learn how to get in the trade, when to get out of the trade, what to look for, if I should buy the US dollar versus Japanese yen or Japanese yen versus British pound. When I first saw it, it was like I didn't even want to look at it. I was like, no, thank you.
Right.
This is way too complicated. But I saw a lot of my friends start winning. I was like, okay, if they can do it, I had a couple of friends like, if they can do it, I know for sure I can do it. I went to high school with them. Yeah. So I know if they can do it, I can do it. You know, right. So really started to dive in, and I do pretty good in the market. I do most amazingly well enough to not have to work a 9 to 5. And then that's when my network marketing skills and experience comes into play, because the company I am, it's called Market Lab, it's also a network marketing company as well. So I'm actually showing people how to learn how to trade, how to learn foreign exchange, but also I can show them how to build a residual income by selling the product, you know.
What product? So
the product is, if you will, it's like the university. It's our Forex school. So what we do is we teach people, or we have education, if you will, and it just schools them on how to trade Forex. We also have tools you can use to trade Forex. Like when I made that $800, it was because of an app that the company offers that I'm a part of, and then they just send you a notification, boom, it tells you when to enter a trade. You should already know how to enter a trade by that point. Right. So it tells you when to do it. Like you don't have to do it if you don't want to, but it's like 92% accurate. So I rarely lose money when I go by that deal, but it's just a whole bunch of help. Like it's just for people who don't know as much, it's definitely, you know, great training wheels.
But you don't even have a 9 to 5.
No. I just actually recently left it because I was with, you know, a prior company, and things happened there, and I ended up having to go back to my job, which was kind of like demoralizing, because when you're 23, 24 years old and you don't have to work a 9 to 5, you have all the time in the world to do whatever it is, and then boom, you instantly have to, you know, get back in gear. But luckily, I never really had the employee mindset.
Right.
Like, I can give you a little history on that. That started when I was maybe 5 or 6 years old. Like, my mom used to have us have a lemonade stand wherever we was at. We grew up in downtown, a little bit of downtown, Vine Hill. So cats, they knew who my grandmother was, 'cause that's who we were living with. So I had a little lemonade stand out there, and they'd come do whatever it was. And then when I was maybe 10 or 11, around that age, I really started doing my online career service. And I had 6 brothers and a little sister. So when I was like 16, 17 years old, we actually had a truck, we had a riding mower and 2 push mowers, and of course all of like the hair trimmers and all of that. And we was literally like running the clock, like running a business. Like it was hair salon company. My grandma made us little business cards or whatever, and it was just me and my brothers.
That's awesome.
And so my cousins, so a lot of people, like, we used to cut our church's grass out in the Forest Park Fairfield area. We did a whole bunch of yards out there, and I was 18 making good money. Like, and all my brothers and stuff, like, we were making really good money just because we didn't ever want to work. Like, I never really had to have a job until I was in college.
Right.
Because when I was in college, it's kind of like, it slows the entrepreneurial level, the entrepreneur grind down just a little bit, because you're trying to focus on this, and then you want some money too. But I was definitely a broke college student, like ramen noodles every other day. Like, it was one of them struggles, and I just didn't want to do that. And I remember just sitting in class one day, and I was like, I majored in mass communication, and I'm minoring in business management. Okay. So I was in one of my business classes, and I was just thinking, I was like, my professor's not making the money that I want to make. You know, and he's teaching me business, and he's a teacher. So like, I love, like, don't get me wrong, I love teachers. I know that we need teachers, but I knew that I didn't need to be one of them. Right. You know, so it was no disrespect to my professor, but I was just like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm sorry, you're not bringing in the cash flow that I want, like that I desire for my family, for my lifestyle, for my last name. So I dropped out my junior year. I'm literally maybe a semester and a half away from graduating. I've been thinking about going back and doing it, but I kind of figure, like, you go to school to learn how to make money, or to learn how to develop a skill set that you would have to use towards, you know, a job position that you might want. Now, mine was just straight entrepreneur. Like, that's all I've ever wanted to be since I was young. You know, you don't need to go to school for that. Right. You know, they don't have entrepreneurship 101 that I know of, you know, in colleges. So it's I just kind of wanted to always do my own thing, you know. So,
do you think that going back and getting that degree will, I mean, you're already in school debt over it, right?
Yeah,
you're right. And if you're only a semester and a half.
I figure I would do it more so for my mom, so she can say, like, you know, we finished, like, you know, because her whole thing was, she graduated college, so the least we can do is graduate college one, and then, or graduate high school for sure, and then, you know, attempt to graduate college. So it's kind of like, when I get to where I want to be financially, she won't care that I didn't finish school. She'll be so well off. Her and my dad will be so well off that she won't care. She won't think twice about it. And she likes seeing me happy now. She loves the man, the husband, the father that I've actually been able to become, you know, because of her upbringing. So she's proud of me regardless, but I know, like, deep down inside, she would love for me to have, you know, one of those degrees. Because all my little brothers have degrees, you know. But I make
Are you the oldest?
I have a brother that's older than me. But, like, I'm the big brother, you know what I mean? Like, my little brothers come to me, my big brother come to me for advice, you know. So it's one of those deals where I'm not the oldest, but I'm the big brother, you know what I mean? So, and they all, I mean, a lot of them got degrees. I said, total is 7 of us. I don't want to say 4 of them, 4 of them have degrees, and one of them is just went to school, and then my little sister's still in high school, or about to start high school. But we all come from the same background. Like, we all have tried different things as far as being an entrepreneur. And I'm the smallest, by the way, out of all my brothers. I got a brother that's 7 foot. I have a brother that's 16, I have a brother that's 6'9", a brother that's 6'5".
What? That's like, that's ridiculous. That's not normal tall.
So check this out. My sister, Autumn is, I believe, 12. 12, maybe going on 13, and she's like 5'8", 5'9".
Wow.
Yeah, so I just want to know like what my mom was feeding them that she didn't feed me, or like what's that about?
Right.
But they all hold basketball camps. Like one of my brother, he holds a quarterback camp. He was a quarterback for Fairfield. A lot of my brothers with the Walnut Hills, Fairfield. We were all a little bit all over. Even myself, I won a state championship. You know, multiple side championships in college, and it's just I was like I think me being an athlete as well, like is like we have just this laziness about us when it comes to like working a job, because we feel like our skill set should be what gets us paid, you know, and unfortunately I wasn't as fast as Usain Bolt, you know, so I don't get that Olympic deal, you know, or even close to being invited to any Olympics. So it's like, now what? Am I supposed to go be an engineer, or am I supposed to go do whatever I'm learning in school, or do I do what I want to do? You know, my major was undecided for my first year at school, because at 18, I didn't know what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. I went to Kentucky State. Down in Frankfort, Kentucky. It's maybe like probably about an hour and a half away from here. So I was like, at 18, 17 years old, I didn't know what I wanted to do for the next 40, 50 years. So I was like, let me just fill out, let me just get the vibe around, you know. And then end up dropping out of school because I wasn't happy. Like some things that happened, got into some ordeals, like my house got shot at. Like it used to be a bad time for me back in school, but I got away from all of that. You know, I figured I wasn't supposed to be there, so I wasn't. End up coming home, didn't go back home to mommy house, you know, try to do my own thing for a little bit. Because me being a man, I had the pride, you know, and I always wanted to be making money, because back then when I was single, girls ain't want nothing to do with you if you had no money, you know. If you're not taking care of yourself, if you can partially take care of them.
Women don't want you.
Period.
Because girls
will love it.
Girls like a broke one.
Girls will love coming over your mama house, you know. There, but you're right, women. So yeah, it's been the entrepreneur grind has definitely been a good one. Like when we learning Forex and being able to teach a whole bunch of people, you know, that space, that area, because we don't know anything about it. Like if you ask the average person, you know, how do you enter a trade, or what's a bullish market or a bearish market, and they'll be like, what are you talking about? So it's my job to really bring how do I word this? I bring Wall Street to Main Street, if that makes any sense. Like I'm bringing what you want to know in New York. I don't know if you ever saw the movie Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. If you have not, you gotta watch that like tonight or rewatch it. I have, but I need to rewatch it. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. Like just that ground, his mindset, the vision. Like his vision was crazy. He was already making $400 million a year and was mad. Like, cause he couldn't double that and make $20 a day. Like that mindset. I don't want to say I'm money hungry, because I know money is really just paper, and a lot of money is not even real. Like if you just see the numbers on your phone, that's not liquid cash. That's just what you see on the app on your phone or whatever. You know, of course the money is there, it's yours, but you want to be able to capitalize that, you know, to the full effect. And like,
well, that's what I was gonna ask too. Do you put cash into like an account, and then that's how they start taking?
So when I go say I want to trade with maybe $100, I would transfer the money from my bank account to my trading account. And then with my trading account, with the money that I make, you know, I can choose to keep it inside of the market, or I can put it, you know, inside of my bank account. But a lot of traders, they have like set goals. Like, so on Monday, like my goal is like maybe $200. So once I hit 200, you got to be disciplined with that. Like you got to, you can lose money if you're not disciplined. Like we also talk about, safe trading habits, you know, kind of let people have gambling habits or gambling problems. We don't want, this is not a casino. This is something that if you study and you can perfect it right, you can make as much money as you want to, but you can lose money. But you can never lose money. I know. So how I first got introduced to it is because the fact that you can't spend money in a different country. Because I went to Jamaica and my guys was telling me like, you need to change your money, trade your money. I'm like, trading my money for what? Oh, because I can't use it at this store, or I can't use it at this Jamaican spot or this spot because they don't accept US dollars. So I guess that's really how it becomes a thing. But what people did, they cut the middleman out as far as traveling. So I don't have to go to Japan.
That's what I was wondering. Like, how do you cut the middleman out and do it online like that?
It's all done through the portal that's at the airport. So when you get off the airport, you can exchange your money there. So that's all done via swipe, via card or whatever you might have. But it's a satellite that tracks all of the money being made, all the X's and the O's in the banks. It's all through the banks. Like a lot of banks have a Forex policy or a Forex what's the name? Not Forex officer, but a person that deals with Forex in their bank. That's why a lot of people who I talk to who work for banks, it's kind of a conflict of interest for them to do business with me and work in the bank, because what we teach over here, the bank the bank needs to know that knowledge, but legally they can't get it from us because they don't have any ties to us or our own company. So they don't want to take our signals, our trades, to do what they deal with because they already have somebody for them. Like I said, you can lose money. You can never lose more than you put in. So if I put in $100, I can't lose $200. I'll lose that $100. But like I said, you can make as much money as you want to. Like I had a mentor put $100,000 into the market that day. Put $100,000 into the market and closed out in 23 hours with $1.8 million. So it's how does that get taxed? It gets taxed through the broker. So everybody has a broker that they go through. Like my broker is Traders Way. So Traders Way takes their cut, off the top. Like that 1.8 might have been 2 something.
So do you get like a W-2? How does that work? Like,
so I fill out a 1099. On top of me being a business owner, and I have to track my trading. So if you look at my email, it's just all the trades I've ever made. I got report sheets. So I'm all on paper with all my stuff, just in case, the IRS gets nosy once I become a trillionaire. And I have the records approve what I'm doing and, everything to show for it. So
I feel
that's good. I can do a whole lot of, a whole lot of stuff, with the money that I'm making, because they say the money, the more money you make, you just magnify whatever person you are. So if you were a jerk, before you got money, you don't need no money. If you're a good person, if you love to give back whatever it is, and you don't have a whole lot of money, when you do have a lot of money, you can change a whole bunch of lives. And like I always tell people, money is not the most important thing in the world, but to me, and in my opinion, it's up there with oxygen and water and air, because you need money. You don't need money to be happy, but you gotta keep your lights on. You gotta take care of animals or whatever it is, and it's just a lot easier when you have that capital behind it. You have that coin behind with
I agree.
Whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you have a passion for. So
I agree. I've struggled for a long time with money, because I've always said I don't need money. Money has never been anything that like a guy cannot come to me and be like, I got money. I'm not going to find that attractive.
Good, that's good.
But it gets good, right? But at the same time, it's that's how I am for my whole life, and I'm just I don't care about money. But now I'm starting to realize that it's okay to make a lot of money, and it's okay to give back a lot. So I'm because I've always said with my dog business, I don't want to make too much money off of these dogs, because that's not what I'm in it for. I'm in it because it's my passion. And I have entrepreneurs that are older shaking me what are you talking about? Do you know how much, if you make $50,000 a year more than what you're doing now, do you know how much more you can do for the people that you want to help?
Exactly.
You can put 25 of that away and put it to people that you want to help instead of the whatever that you're able to give now. And so money has been one of those things where I've struggled with I guess I appreciate it, but I just have a love-hate relationship with it.
And I get it. I totally understand that, but we weren't, I wasn't, I don't know about you, but I wasn't taught money. And 90% of the people that I know weren't taught money. We were taught, go to school, get good grades, so you can get a good job, get a good career where you can have a 401k. That's what we were taught. We weren't taught the importance of money. We weren't taught how to have relationships that would generate a different income, because I don't care what you know. I don't care what school you've been to, what you done did, X, Y, Z. If you don't have that connection or if you don't have the relationship, then it's not what you know, it's who you know. You heard that before, but it's never been what you know. It's always how you can get. So maybe you might have an uncle or something that's well off, and you can take out a small business loan and start Lolo's Animal Shelter or, you know, Lolo's Veterinary System, and then just be able to take that by storm, because it'd be hard to do something like that. It'd be hard to reach your full potential if you don't have capital behind it.
Right,
you know,
exactly.
Pushing it or driving
That's
it.
why I don't have a place yet, because I've never had the capital to put behind it. And that's the whole thing. It's like, for me, I just get stuck in like feeling bad about having a lot of money.
Oh, don't ever feel bad. You can bless so many people.
And that's the whole new mindset for me. Is like, actually, the more money I can make, the more people I can bless. And so that's just one of those things, though. But another thing that I do like talking about money and how we grew up and stuff is I find interesting is I've seen you talk for World Ventures and for this. And every time I've ever gone to any of the events, they're mainly black, which is a huge deal.
Right.
I mean, to have a whole room full of young black people who want to be entrepreneurs or self-market or go get the money like that, it's really empowering to be in a room full of people like that, and to pack out a whole UC room, though.
Thank you. Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, we used to... We used to make it kill. Like, we didn't just do that at UC. Like, we went to a lot of campuses, like Kentucky, Kentucky State, University.
And that's amazing.
Yeah, like, and we would just go and we would just educate people. You know, especially like people like black people. We don't know about foreign exchange. Right. We don't know about, you know, the Forex market and how lucrative. We won't find out about this until 2022 or 2023, you know, when it's already very saturated and it's a little late, you know. So my job is to just really encourage, you know, because I can't force anybody to do anything that I want to do, but just to really encourage people to just, you know more than what you know. Right. That's the whole thing. Like, I read books, like I'm reading books every day. I read more books now, me being 27, than I did when I was in high school and college all combined. Yeah. Because that's where all the keys are, or all the answers to anything. And a lot of black people, a lot of young African Americans, that's not the route we take. You know, we either got a ball in our hand or we trying to be the next best. Right. You know, Lil Wayne or Cardi B or whatever it is, but they knew somebody. Right. And they knew how to capitalize. And they knew they had capital behind them starting up. Like, Kanye, he had amazing beats, but without Jay-Z, Kanye probably wouldn't be who Kanye is. That's his connection. Right. And I ain't talking about the Kanye now, excuse me. I'm talking about the old Kanye, the Kanye. But even people like Drake and Wayne, like Drake probably would never be Drake had Lil Wayne not founded him, had Lil Wayne not just been happened to walk past whatever hallway they were in and heard Drake rapping or this and the third, and now they have one of the best connections. Those are arguably two of the best rappers, you know, ever. You know, just about who you know and what you know. But as far as like, we definitely used to kill those classrooms. You know, we're to the point now where we're doing board meetings, you know. Wow. We got tired of walking in the living rooms, we walking in the offices, now, you know, because the people with money, like what we do, it costs. You know, it costs money to learn how to do foreign exchange. Right. It's not free at all, because if it was free or easy, nobody knows how many people would know about it. But you know, that's why having money comes into play, because it takes money to make money, and scared money don't make no money at all. You know that phrase, so. But that brings me to too, like with World Ventures, after World Ventures having like a fall with that in that situation, it didn't freak you out to go into this? Nah. No, I think I would be really, really skeptical after that. But the reason being is because, you know, so I've had bad Chipotle before, right? Right. But that didn't stop me from going to Chipotle. Right. You know, I still go get it. I know things happen. I've managed to be able to know that the average network marketing company won't make it past 50 years. Now, granted, the other company, WB, is doing good, I believe so right now. For my knowledge, I don't really follow up too much with them, but it happens. Right. It's only a couple of powerhouse network marketing companies, and you know them, household names: Mary Kay, you know, Tupperware, Avon, Amway. They have all made it past 50 years, and it's only like 10 other companies. So I know my history, but I also know who I am, and I know how I can help people. Right. And like where I'm at now with this space, Forex has been around since, for I want to say almost about 2,000 years now, because when people travel, they still have different currency rates. Right. Like they still have different ways how they go about where they're from. So to me, foreign exchange will be around forever. It's going to keep being around forever. I don't know if this company will be. Hey, it might be one of those that can last 50 years. I don't know. It's very lucrative right now, and it's actually changing a whole bunch of people's, you know, lives with this idea, just off of learning how to make money without having to go talk to somebody. So that was my biggest deal. My biggest deal was like, I'm heavy into sales. Like, I could sell you one of your dogs like right now. Like, I feel like I'm really that good. Like, my skill set is just developed to really be able to sell myself, you know, because I feel like I'm a money maker. Like, when I look in the mirror, I'm like, how can we get better today? Like, what can we do today that we didn't do yesterday? Who can we help? You know, who's looking for me to DM? I'm like, hey, listen, let's work. Like, I don't know what you have going on, but I might have something that can help you. You know, so
and that's that mindset came from growing up.
Yeah, how I grew
so
up,
how do you continue to, like, when you have really, really hard days, what do you?
Oh man, so in my bathroom, and my wife can say she got her own bathroom, I got my bathroom, and my bathroom is sticky notes everywhere. I got a $1 bill, but it's a $10,000 bill. You know what I mean? Like, I drew the zeros on there. So I see that every day. And not to say that I don't have bad days, because I can have days where I remember one on a week span, I had 20 people like stand me up, or, you know, not follow through what they were. You know, we didn't have this session, that session, you know, but you got to keep on moving. Like, you got to put one foot in front of the other. Life goes on. And that statement, life goes on, can be used for anything. You know, that can get so deep. Like, you get to the point where, like, I got her name tattooed on me. One of my aunts passed away, you know, and she was like a second mom. While my mom was in school, my aunt was raising me. You know, and when she died, it was like, that was one of the more rough patches of my life. But life goes on. You know, you got to keep taking that next step, because I got, you know, my wife and my daughter that are dependent on me. I got people that are dependent on me. So, you know, life goes on one step in front of the other. But how I get through tough days, like I said, in my bathroom, it's a whole bunch of sticky notes that I made for myself. And one of them that I look at, you know, a whole lot that I say every day is the car. I'm looking at it right now in my bathroom. The car that you want is not driven by a lazy person. Like, the car that I want, like, you won't see a commercial for it, because the people who can afford it are not sitting down watching TV. You know, so it's kind of like, I don't know. I just got to get through the tough days, because I know I got people depending on me. I might got lives I got to change. So I'm just trying to avoid the bad days. You know, they're gonna happen. You have no choice but to have bad days. But it wouldn't be, you know, good days if it weren't for the bad days. You know, so.
And it seems kind of like there's not really bad days. There's just rough patches throughout the day.
It's what you make it. You know, you can choose to let you can choose to let somebody get in front of you and flipping you off, ruin your whole day. And
you're surprised in how many people actually let something like that ruin their whole day.
That's why I use that example.
And then it's a chain reaction the whole day. Like, have you ever seen somebody get, like, really mad and, like, try to, like, slam a door, and this door, like, come back and slam and hit them in the face, and then they're even more mad, and now everything is, like,
everything is ruined.
Everything.
Snowball effect. Snowball effect.
It is. And it's the exact same way with positivity. And looking at the good things and how far you've come, and the good things that you learned from World Ventures, and all of those other things that you get to experience. So it seems like you took all of the good from those experiences.
I definitely pay homage to WV. Like, that helped me decide who I wanted to be. It taught me what residual income is. You know, if you don't know what residual income is, it's when you do something once, you get paid over and over and over for it. So, for example, Michael Jackson recorded Thriller one time, you know, but he gets paid still to this day when they pay Thriller, where his kids get paid. And Michael Jackson made 10 figures last year. He's been dead for almost 10 years now. So residual income is really instilled into my head because of my previous company. Like, right now, I'm earning residual income on top of the money that I'm making while I'm trading. So if I can show the average person how to get a residual income, that's life-saving. That's life-saving and life-changing.
Do your parents have residual incomes?
They do not.
That's gonna kill you.
It is what it is.
Like,
you know,
I know how to do this for you. But see, and that's why, that's what's so interesting to me. Is any of your siblings
Oh yeah, they had no choice. But they know who I am. They know who I am. But they know like, okay, they know where I'm going. You know, they know financially we're gonna like the Harris last name is gonna be $1 billion name.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna do.
And that's gonna start with you and your siblings.
It's gonna start with us. It's gonna start with me and my 6 brothers, you know, and then from generation to generation.
You guys are all really close.
Oh my God, those are my best friends. Like all of my brothers, even from my youngest brother Ryan to even to my oldest brother, like I do not understand how kids who don't have siblings like survive. Like I got friends that don't have siblings, and I can just be biased just because of my relationship, but I wouldn't trade that for anything, like the relationship that I have with them, because we all see a vision. Yeah. We all see the vision that what our parents wanted for us, we're gonna get just not how they wanted us to get it. Right. You know, but it's all gonna come into play. But yeah, those are my best friends. So yeah,
that's awesome.
They're my guys. You know?
It seems like regardless, your parents did a great job.
Oh my God, they did a phenomenal job. It was not easy raising us.
Right. And I can't imagine it wouldn't be.
My mom wanted one kid. My mom wanted a girl.
And that's her last kid.
And she got the girl at the end. She's persistent. So
yeah,
clearly. Persistence, you know, from my mom and my dad. You know? So, but yeah, it's I wouldn't trade my siblings for the world. Like,
so there's 7 of you or 8 of you?
So it's 7 of us. It's 6 boys and then the girl at the end.
Wow.
Yeah, we are all. Well, they are all humongous human beings. You know, from what I told you, all the heights and weights and stuff. They all play football. We all play sports.
That's crazy.
All 4 years. So
that's awesome.
Just imagine. I just know it was times where my mom and my dad did not have money to do X, Y, Z, but she always made a way. Like she always, you know, we rarely heard no, and if we heard no, we knew it was one of them like she just really can't. Yeah. You know, so don't shoot, because if she could, she would. Right. So I just have that in the back of my mind. You know, anytime I go to a meeting or I'm having a rough week, people are saying no to the idea. Just got my mom going. It's cool. Yeah. You know, I just got my mom playing in the back of my head. Like, just make it happen. True. Make a way. Like you gotta be ready to get it, and like you gotta have that. And excuse my terminology, but you gotta have that drive of like a drug addict, like a crackhead. And what I mean, but I'm not saying go be a crackhead. But what I mean is, crackheads don't have a whole lot of money, and they don't know how they gonna get high that night. But they're crackheads for a reason, because they get high. They get whatever they came for. They're persistent about it. Yes. So if you have that mindset, you know, without the drugs, you know, without the crack, you know, of course, but you can do what you want to do. Like, the sky's the limit. Like I said, I just keep my mom going in the back of my head, my wife and my daughter. Like, hey, let's get it. Yeah, they said no.
How old is your daughter now?
Riley is 1, according to my wife. She's 20 months. You know, I feel like you either 1, almost 1, or 2. Like, you almost 2, you know, but she almost 2. You know, I didn't go with that. But
okay. So have you started like getting her into like marketing? Have you have her play with any numbers yet?
So right now she can count to 10. She can count to 10 really good. She knows how to count. She knows when daddy is working. She knows like when I'm on my laptop. Yeah. We actually had a picture of her. I had my charts up because I was, you know, trying to get into a trade. I'm looking at the charts, and then she hops up on the computer chair, which is dangerous, but she's a wild child. Yeah. So and she's just on there, just pressing the keyboard, like don't know what she's doing, but she's pressing it, and then she looks like, and then she like, look at daddy, and then she go back to typing. Like she don't even know, like she's gonna be so far ahead of everybody that's ever been in my family. Yeah. Like with my wife's smarts and what I have going on, my daughter will be a genius. You know,
and that's the goal. Yeah. Is always making your kids better.
That's all the kids. Like somebody asked me, because I was doing good, you know, financially with WV, and they was like, were you born with a silver spoon in your mouth? And I'm like, no. But my kids for sure will be. And I have no shame in that. Right. Like my kids are gonna be rich, but like rich with energy, you know, of course rich, you know, financially, but rich with love, you know, with that mindset, just having a love for the grind. Because if you don't love it, like if you don't love what you do, like as far as not even really a job, but if you don't love what you do, then you have that passion behind it, it won't go anywhere. Like it'll never get off the ground. Like your idea will just be an idea. It won't become a dream or become a memory. You know, because you don't have that passion behind it. But like passion is everything. Like your vibes, your energy. Like I got so much energy. Even when I looked in your page, I was like, I definitely want to help out however I can. You know, just having somebody for you to talk to further get you out there, just because you're passionate about what you do. Like, so I was like, yeah, no problem. I definitely, you know, get good vibes, they get energy, and I know when they are and who they come from. You know, so it was like a no-brainer to even write you to ask. Like, y'all, she didn't ask me, I asked. Like I was definitely interested in what was going on. You know, so. Which
made me feel good. I'm like, okay, this is exciting. This can, you know, if people want to be a part of it, you're not the only one that's asked. You're the only one that I've accepted, though.
Hey.
Because the other people, I'm like, you're not really doing much. You know, okay, you might be doing music, or you might be, I don't know what other people are doing, but I'm like, but what are you doing? Like, do you have a business? Do you volunteer? What are you doing?
You're looking for content.
I'm looking for people, like, I don't want to just have a conversation, but I want to be able to, like, talk about real things going on, real successes, real, you know, things that are happening for people. And, you know, like I said, I've seen you speak before for World Ventures and for this marketing business that you're doing now. And the one thing that's always stuck out to me is just like the fact that it's always just young black people and they're trying to really do something. And, you know, you just hear so many, you just don't really hear about African Americans in business like that. You're starting to.
Yeah, a lot more.
But I was seeing these rooms filled like 7 years ago. And so that was big. That was a big deal to me. So that's always stuck with me. And so I know so many people know you that you have no idea know you because of that. I'm sure because they've seen you fill rooms and encourage other people to do something, and that's amazing.
I mean, I'm not no celebrity, but you know, I go a couple places.
I'm pretty sure people know you.
I mean, you know, maybe here and there. You know,
But
you know, I just love being able to be recognized in a good way. You know, I love to be recognized in a positive way for you know, helping the next person. And we really with this new company that we're with now, we've only been in, you know, we're doing very good residually. You know, we really didn't miss a beat, you know, but we haven't even really begun to really scratch the surface. Like within the next year, by 2019, this time, like there's gonna be so many, like a lot of, my goal is to have at least 50,000 people that know what Forex is, whether you do it or not, whether you trade or not, like 50,000. Just to be able to extend that knowledge to someone who might be looking for, you know, something else. Maybe it's another athlete like myself, or it's a young lady who wants to start a podcast. They want to know, like, how can I maximize my dollar, you know, without having to break my back or break the bank, you know, to do so. And that's where I really come into play. Like I said, I bring Wall Street to Main Street. My goal is to just educate you, you know, because I can, when people, as far as the business aspect goes and selling the product, the membership, I can care less, you know, because right now I'm really selling something that you don't have to sell to make money. Like you don't have to go do a meeting in front of X amount of people if you don't want to. You can really just sit right here, you know, and just trade on your own. And just people being able to have that comfort. There's people that didn't do World Ventures with me because they didn't want to have to talk to people to make money. I get it, you know, especially from the looking on the inside, from the outside looking in, like me being outside of the company, I can see, well, like, okay, I get it. You know, everybody is not a Donshea or a Lauren. Everybody can't just go out there and, you know, hey, let's do this meeting, or let's do this in front of this video, and let's talk. Everybody's not like that, but everybody wants to make some money. I don't care who you are. You can say money's not everything, whatever. That's you're lying to yourself. Like people who say that money isn't everything, they probably don't have a lot of it, you know, or they I mean, like I said, it's not everything. It's not, money's not the
I understand. I know exactly what you're saying.
Like you gotta really have that respect for it, you know, not necessarily you know, being in love with money, you know, is or the love of money. No, it's what you can do with it.
Right.
You know, it's about the power you can hold. It's about being able to go into a bank, you know, and say, hey, listen, I want to make this withdrawal. I want to do it at a check. Can you write it out to such and such, such and such? Mm-hmm. You know, I want to take $100,000 out and donate it to XYZ or to a charity you're choosing. Right. But it's about like the power that you can hold. You know, like LeBron built that school up in Akron. Mm-hmm. It's about things like that. Right. You know, It's about being able to leave that impact on whatever you can touch your hand, like whatever you put your hands on. Yeah. Like anything I touch, I want to be able to turn it into gold, you know, within the next 10 to 15, 20, 30 plus years. Yeah. I want to school my name, you know, for young kids that we're going to teach you entrepreneur skills. Right. We're going to teach you, you know, how to multiply forwards. We're going to teach you how to really run a network marketing business or own your own company. Right. Because you do not have to go to college to learn how to run a business. Like, that's one of the biggest lies ever told. Like, you do not have to have a degree, you know, to really be able to produce your own income, to be an entrepreneur. What's so crazy is you do need a degree to work with someone who does sell. You know, your boss's bosses, the CEOs are playing golf somewhere. They're in their country club or whatever. They're chilling because they have people who can work for them while they're not gone. You know, they can enter in a simple system and just work it like that. Like, being a big business owner is definitely a dream of mine, because if you can drop a system and people follow the system, you can make as much money as you want to. Right. Like, I don't know, like the last time, well, you're a vegan and a vegetarian, so this is about to be completely irrelevant to you, but if you walk inside of a McDonald's look the same exact way down the street, or you know, in Cincinnati, that it does in Japan. Right. It's the same exact simple system. Right. The burgers are right here, the fries, this is what you do, this, and boom. How you make the Big Mac is right here on the wall. It's a simple system. True. I never thought about that. Once you get applied to a simple system, you can earn. McDonald's is a $1 billion company. Right. It's a multi-billion dollar company. Billions served every day around the whole globe. Because Ray Kroc just came out with a simple system. This is how you do X, Y, and Z. And we're going to make this patty cost this much. And now, boom, now we're billionaires. Just like that. Crazy. Like, people don't understand, like, it's easy to have a lot of money. It's very easy. You just have to know what you're doing. You have to know the right people. Like, I feel like I'm working to brand my brothers and myself, our last name, to where people know Harris. When they see that name and those brothers, that means income. So whatever it is we're doing, whether we're doing traveling, network marketing, we can be selling flowers door to door. People can trust that brand because they know the passion that I put into it. Right. So my goal is to really have a kid like 20 years old. If he don't know what he want to do with his life, that's okay. Right. It's okay. I didn't either. Right. So let me show you what I did. You don't have to do what I'm doing, but let me show you. Right. You know what I got going on. It might be an outlet for you. You might can be the next, you know, Mark Zuckerberg or whatever it is, just with a dream, you know, with some passion. Yeah, and I like that about you too, that you are sharing your passions. A lot of people find, okay, I can make a lot of money doing this, so I'm just going to keep it to myself. And instead of sharing all that information, I don't want you to get rich too. I don't want you to be successful too. No, I don't want you to have power too. Nah, it's really easy to get caught up in that, right? But it's so fulfilling to share information and share the keys to success, because your success then is like tenfold. It's like exactly like it's the gift that keeps on giving. Like, so for me to be able to see one of my good friends, you know, be able to have his mom cut back from her overtime, you know, because of money that he's bringing in residually, you know, just from sharing this idea with people that he's making in the market. That's worth more than the, you know, the checks that I can get just off of how you can help the next person. Right. You know, so even if it is financial, if you can leave a little money in the mailbox for moms, you know, whatever it may be, then whatever you do that's driving your wheel, that's driving you, your why, you know, the reason that you need to be successful, as long as that's being pushed and fulfilled, that's where I thrive. That's more important than money to me. Like, it's just that connection and that, you know, that relationship. Because I'm huge on relationships. Like, me too. That's, like I said, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Like, so this relationship that we've developed, we don't know when the next time we're gonna need this. It can be tomorrow, it can be a year from now. Right. But just the fact that we can build that solid foundation is gonna lead to something beautiful. You know, just off of being able to reach the next person, or get someone who can who can have their story shared, you know, on your podcast. And I can't wait to blast this all over my social media too.
And I'm really excited about that because other people that I've done interviews for have not been sharing it like they should.
Oh no, that's why my wife's taking pictures too. So trust me, we all about the support. I'm
very excited about
as much
that.
as I can, you know, to make sure people are being able to have their stories heard, you know. As long as it's good content.
And that is what my whole thing is, you know. I really want to be able to have people like you who are really doing something come out and share it and have a platform to share it on, just like a positive note. Just be like love.
Yeah, just genuine, real chill.
Yeah. And so I'm really excited. I'm really glad that you came.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you invited me. I'm glad.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely great to talk to you, actually, like face to face, person to person, and not just see you speak. And
oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I would say for you guys, if you guys are looking, you know, obviously to come up financially or to own your own business or entrepreneurship questions, this is your guy. Obviously, he'll be tagged in everything that I do, so you guys can always reach out to him, follow him.
Cool.
All of that. Where can they follow you at?
On Instagram, it's Shay Showout. I'm pretty sure you have it spelled out a tag, but Shay Showout, SHEASHOWOUT. My Instagram is like my business card, you know, so the best way to get in touch with me is, I'm on Facebook as well, Donshea Harris, but the best way to get in touch with me is my Instagram. So follow me, I follow back, you know, so let's link. I just want to do it. I just want to do something good for somebody, you know, something positive. Let's make some money, you know, let's make more money in 2018 than we did in 2019.
I need to make some money. We need to talk after this.
Cool. I'm your guy. But yeah, thank you for having me. Yeah. This is amazing. I don't want this interview to end, but other things.
Yeah, well, we'll have to do a part 2.
For sure, I'm down.
Once I get my money up and we're talking about how my life has changed.
Once we get our money up together.
For sure. Well, I already assume yours is up.
Okay, you know, I do all right, you know.
I feel you.
I do okay.
Well, I appreciate you.
For sure.
And